Welcome back. It's time to get interactive. Grab your phones and send that message. Hey, what's up?
Hey Steve, what's up is what you've been talking about the whole half hour. We'll be getting into that for Joy News Interactive as well. We'll be talking more about, you know, these children at the cluster of schools, and their Mahama is a Dumsor chant. So we'll be getting into that. But the Kumasi South Hospital has stopped charging additional fees to power their generators since Friday night. But the Dumsor is forcing other essential services to charge extra for fuel. We'll be telling you what those are, or rather you have been telling us what those are. And teachers at cluster of schools in Accra get slammed for allegedly allowing their students to participate in the Wombo demonstration. And a 14-year-old girl is being charged for murder. What for? Well, for defending herself against her alleged rapist. We're getting into all these on your most interactive half hour. My name is Ifwakwa Harrison. We'll be right back. Join us via all our social media handles. We're on facebook.com/Joy News on TV. You can also find us on Twitter. It's at Joy News on TV or at JN Interactive GH. If you like, you can send us an email. It's joynews@multitvworld.com, or send your messages on WhatsApp. Is 054-010-9009. The number again is 054-010-9009. Now, Power Minister Kwabena Donkor, in other words, told hospitals affected by the power crisis to find light, and they did. Now, Kumasi South Hospital, for instance, started charging 3 to 5 cedis extra per patient to fuel their generators to keep the hospital running. We understand that since Friday evening, the hospital has stopped charging the fees. Let's link up with our Ashanti regional correspondent, Nuruddin Mohammed, on phone. Welcome to Joy News Interactive, Nuruddin.
Thank you very much, Efua.
Now, can you please tell us why the hospital has stopped charging the fees?
Well, the decision came when the regional director, Dr. Alexis Nang Befuba, directed the hospital to reverse the decision, the earlier decision of charging the patients between 3 and 5 Ghana cedis for the folders. He told them to revert that decision, and it is unclear what has happened, and he instructed the hospital to do that. But he explained to me earlier that he would be giving more details of why that decision has come. Tomorrow with the media, he will be briefing the media on exactly what happened. But he told me clearly that the hospital was overtaken by some events, and so that was why that decision came. Again, the hospital authorities or the hospital management would also be meeting tomorrow to take decide on the next line of action.
Okay. Okay, so I guess then you have an update for us tomorrow then.
Exactly, Efua.
All right, thank you very much, Nuruddin. Okay, so Kumasi hospitals may have stopped paying extra for generator services, or stopped charging extra rather, but the beauty service industry seems to be charging extra, we've been told, to keep their businesses afloat. You've been telling us on social media. Let's take a look at some of your comments on Facebook. We've been asking whether, you know, you have experiences with them charging extra to use the generator. And Anzi Isaac says, my baba, whenever the lights go out and he switches on his generator, he refuses to give me a beard shave, because it costs less. He takes 3 cedis, but ready to give me a complete haircut, which he takes 6 cedis. Because of this, I'm forced to opt for a haircut, and now I'm getting a haircut every week. Okay. Hassan Abdul Salam says, can you imagine I shave my bald head for 5 cedis and to think I can shave every week? The Dumsor is killing us. Eunice Oseo Heming says, hairdresser is charging an extra 3 cedis. I can't blame her, but our leaders. Bernard Kobuna just says, yeah. And Nantoma Mahamadu Badim Sugru says, I will charge extra 5 Ghana cedis. Nantoma, you, an owner of a barber shop. Nuokpo, God knows, Billy says, serious issues, pal. I'm even trying to convince my fiancée, Rosina, to consider haircut. Okay, let's see how that goes. Let's move on. The Ghana Education Service has started investigations on a cluster of schools in Accra. Pupils of the schools took part in the Wombo demonstration. Deputy Minister of Education is very upset with video showing pupils chanting Mahama is a Dumsor. So is it an issue of teacher negligence or undisciplined students? Joy News' Martha Krenzel Aqua visited the schools. Let's have a look.
So that I do.
Okay, and as you can see, that's the cluster of schools there. There are 5 schools sharing that compound. We had a particular visual. I hope you'll be able to see it soon, but a particular visual of how easy it is for students to leave the compound. I mean, there's a visual with a hole in the wall, and students usually pass through that hole in the wall to go outside and buy food from outside, and there's no security at the gate. And if you have been listening to today's big story, then Martha told you in detail exactly how the situation in the school is like. But watch out for Joy News Prime, and you will see the situation the cluster of schools are in. I'll be right back after these. And I have your comments on Facebook on the issue. Colleague Nathan Gajuga posted on My Joy Online on Facebook 99.7 My Joy Online page about how this is not the first time students have taken part in demonstrations, and a lot of comments replying to his commentary. Natlaye says the fact that they were ignored does not mean they were lawful. Stop defending wrong deeds. This is one of the reasons why Ghana is what it is today. Blast it. Moses Jagatete says, instead of teaching our future leaders good morals, we end up teaching them how to insult their elders. Pupils have the right to demonstrate, but not to the extent of calling the president thief. Those head teachers should be sanctioned severely to serve as deterrent to others. The saboteurs should be kicked out immediately. Jemfi Moses says, so the children shouldn't exercise. I thought it was a health walk. And Kweku Osei says, school kids are counted among the Ghanaian population. As such, they do have the right to demonstrate against their suffering. If they are allowed to do a march past on 6th of March, then they must be also allowed to demonstrate, to register their displeasure. And we have been out and about on the streets to ask you what you think about the Ghana Education Service possibly sanctioning the head teachers of this cluster of schools.
I think it's not necessary sanctioning any headmaster because the kids were on break. And then moreover, even the adults themselves came out from their offices. Everybody wants to see what's going on. So if the kids are also out, what's the big deal about it? They were on break. The best thing to do is to get the lights back. That is what we're looking for, not to sanction headmaster or teachers or whatever.
No, they shouldn't. You know, because the Dumsor is affecting everybody. You know, it's affecting the kids too. So why should I even sit on it like they want to do investigation about students doing demo, blah, 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 here and there. You know, they are also part of this country. So I think this investigation is not necessary. So they must put a stop to it. The only best thing they have to do is that they should, you know, give idea to their president and solve this Dumsor problem amicably. That's all.
Actually, I would say if they investigate, it's okay. But if they investigate, they find out kids were part of it. You know, when it's break time, kids go out to buy food elsewhere. Probably, you know, kids too, when they hear something going, they try to follow up and see whatever is going on. So probably when they are following up with the head teachers, maybe they think it's break time. When it's break over and they sneak out, for that one it's different. But when it's break time and maybe the kids go out to buy food and they follow the Wongbo demonstration, for that one, I don't think they should sanction the teachers for that. At least they should just let the children know implication costing if you follow a demonstration. I think that's what they should do. So I don't think they should sanction the teachers for something. At least I know they should take care of the children so they don't go and follow such things. But
And you're welcome back to Joy News Interactive with me, Ifwa Akwa Harrison. Remember, you can get interactive with us via all our social media pages. We're on Facebook.com/Joy News on TV, at Twitter @Joy News on TV, or at JN Interactive GH. You can also send us an email. It's multitvworld.com, or send your messages through on WhatsApp. The number is 054-010-9009. The number again is 054-010-9009. And we shall share your thoughts with the rest of the world. Now, a 14-year-old girl was to appear before court today on murder charges. She allegedly stabbed a man who was raping her. Now, she never showed up in court. Eastern Regional Correspondent Kofi Siao joins us via the telephone to give us an update. Welcome to Joy News Interactive, Kofi.
Good evening.
Good evening, Kofi. Now, this young lady was supposed to show up in court today. What happened?
Well, just as you said, 14-year-old Vida Mezo was supposed to be processed for court today by the Kade District Police Command. But reporters and onlookers who came and some observers who came to, witness what will happen in court were disappointed because the police failed to show the victim in court for the court to start proceedings. So later on, I spoke to the district police commander. He is in the person of Superintendent de la Porte, and he told me the girl was not quite well because in the act of the rape, he sustained some knife injuries on her arms and all that. So they had to send her to the Akwetia St. Dominic's Hospital for treatment. So they couldn't finish early. And he's assured that tomorrow they're going to produce the suspect in court.
Now, her charge is murder. Isn't this quite a high charge for a minor?
Yeah, it's quite a high charge because some of us are actually confused. But when I spoke to the district police commander, he said that is the only charge they can prefer against her for now because, when they go into the laws of the country, that is the only charge for now they can prefer against her. Because he killed somebody, and once he kills somebody, they need to prefer the charge of murder against you.
So now she will be in court tomorrow then?
Yes, she will be in court tomorrow. So we are expecting that the police will actually honor their promise or the assurance to bring the suspect in court tomorrow. So we are waiting for the police, for the necessary arrangement to be done
for the suspect to be brought to court tomorrow.
All right. Thank you very much. Kofi Siao is our Eastern Regional Correspondent, giving us an update there. Let's go on to the streets. We've been finding out your comments about this 14-year-old girl who has been charged with murder for, allegedly killing this man who tried to defile her. Be right back.
Oh, I will not do that. I will not do that because it's too extreme to kill somebody, even if the person has raped your daughter. No, I won't. I won't. As I'm saying, from my background, I'm a Christian, and killing somebody is too extreme for a punishment for somebody doing something wrong to you. So if the person has raped your only daughter, why should you kill the person? After all, let me take it that Christ brought his Jesus Christ, the only son, to come and die for us. So why should you kill somebody if the person has raped your daughter? I don't think it's fair for her to be charged for murder. She's a minor, as I've said. She's a minor, so I think she shouldn't be charged. Because a minor, she's not up to 18 years, so she doesn't know what she's doing. It's a form of defensive method that the girl approached. So I don't think she should be charged for the murder.
I don't think I would. I think death should be the last thing you think about. You get it? Because rape and death are two different things. You get it? I don't think I would. I might think of another alternative. Try to rape. Now that's the word. Trying to rape and not really raping. Well, first you would have to think of some legal means first. Yes, and I'm a communicator, so I would first find a very nice way to communicate things and to see what next. I don't know, but a lot of things goes on when such things happen. Goes on in your mind or on your mind when such things happen. So I don't know. But basically, I don't think death is the first thing you have to think about, like murder, killing someone. Yeah, there is always an alternative. Death is the last thing you should think about.
She tried to defend herself, a self-defense.
I wouldn't, but rather report to the security rather. Because if she were not to do that, let me say that guy or that man would have done it. So it's a self-defense because she's a lady, and ladies are not all that matured or strong as men.
Whether it's my only daughter or not, I mean, you cannot. I just cannot do anything. I will just report to the authorities. Looking at the whole, the whole issue, I don't think that the girl actually wanted to kill the guy, but just that he was just defending herself, and it just happened like that. So I don't think, looking at the whole situation, I don't think he has to be charged with murder. It just happened. He was just trying to defend herself, because initially he has seen the guy has proposed to her. She said no, so he forcing her. I think that is the only thing she could.
Well, we are trying to reach a lawyer, Francis Sevilla Susu, to see if we can put this in more context, if he can explain this to us, because some people seem confused. Why is a minor being charged with murder? But we're trying to get him on the telephone lines. But before that, let's go to Facebook. You have been commenting a lot on this issue. We've been asking, will you kill someone who attempts rape? 14-year-old girl is at the Cadet Magistrate Court in the Eastern Region in charge of murder. The girl is alleged to have stabbed and killed a man who tried to rape her. Samuel Arthur says no. Bluvielum, yes. Why rape? Shameful death. Samuel, so she says yes, if I have the means to. Enum Eric says why not. Orlando Abubakar says I will kill the person, including, wow, okay, father or mother, so that they shouldn't, wow, okay, that's a bit harsh. And then Belinda Tete Enyo says, in the course of the struggle, anything can happen. I call it self-defense. So these are just a few of your comments coming through. Philip Ajimang says, if your defense will lead to the death of the person, it's not a crime. So Bate Jacob says, don't kill, but let the Lord deal with him so that he will learn big. Fred Anyo says, yeah, man, I will double kill him even though I am a man. Suleimana Salami says, if women will do it, I don't think men should try it because it favors them. Yeah. And Kofi says, yes, to how the question is asked, in the process of self-defense, killing is the best. Becky Setre says, if I have the means and strength, I will, because if I don't, he might kill me in order to conceal his evil deed. Also, the psychological scar on a rape victim is for life. Men who behave like animals deserve to be dealt with like animals. So these are your comments coming through on Facebook. I have lawyer Francis Xavier Sosu online. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, good evening, and very good evening to your cherished viewers.
Good evening, Francis. Now, the young lady in question is a minor. She's being charged with murder. Is this the usual procedure?
Actually, it is a yes. It is a usual procedure. Even though I believe that sometimes the police and then the state prosecutors rush in some of these charges, particularly when there is ample evidence that the event occurred in the course of self-defense. If the event indeed occurred in self-defense, as we've been made to know, a charge of perhaps manslaughter would have been best to be placed in the circumstances, because it's obvious that it is not intentional killing and that the person killed as a self-defense. Indeed, if you want to prove murder, or before you can charge somebody for murder, the pieces of fact before you would have to show the elements of murder. That one, there is a killing or a death, and that death was caused by an unlawful harm, and that harm was caused by the suspect, and that the suspect intended to kill the person. Then you can see that the elements of murder are available, so you would charge the person for murder. But here is a case where clearly the fact shows that the killing resulted as a result of self-defense. If indeed this is the fact, then I believe that the charge of murder is a bit premature and it's just a bit hasty.
So what is likely to happen to the girl?
Under the circumstances, you know, under Section 96 of Act 30, when people are charged with the offense of murder, murder is non-bailable, so she is going to be on remand whilst the matter is delved into. Currently, what is going to happen is that the matter will be arraigned before a magistrate court, which has the jurisdiction to conduct what we call the committal proceedings, to vet the evidence that is being brought and to see whether she can be committed for murder trial.
All right.
Which is going to be a trial back on indictment.
Okay, Francis, I would love to continue this conversation, but we have to end it here. Lord Edu Asare has what's trending. We will definitely be following up on this young girl's issue. We understand she's to appear before the court tomorrow, and so we will definitely update you on all our platforms. Let's take what's trending.
It is a beautiful Monday, and interestingly, Mahama is a Dumsor. It's also trending on Twitter. Let's go and check out some of the tweets. Now, the first one is from Jax, Mahama is a Dumsor on repeat. So well, I'm guessing that the audio file, or you've been listening to that constantly. I'm not surprised. Next one is from Jazzy. Mahama is a Dumsor. Mahama is a Dumsor. In Kwadai Abon. Oh, funny. You know, I was actually thinking, what is the meaning of Mahama is a Dumsor? Well, Saito school, I guess. And this is King Lemo of Massa. I mean, if Mahama is a Dumsor, because they are children, they shouldn't say it. Lemo, I know, right? And this is Cheesy Johnson. GH sweet past anything. School children singing hashtag Mahama is a Dumsor. LOL. And there's a post by Joy FM. It's actually a quote from Atukwamna Dazi. It says, I heard some children chanting, Mahama is a Dumsor. I'll make it the official song for my wash and wear campaign. Okay, that's Atu for you. And another from Ken Lemo of Massa. How can you say the little kids were involved in partisan politics because they were singing Mahama is a Dumsor? Interesting, huh? The phrase is catchy and all, but I don't quite understand it. If Steve, wanna explain? Well, this has been What's Trending. My name is Lord Harris Idosari.
Thank you, Lord. And let's just quickly take photo of the day. Okay. All right, Steve, you take this one.
What is that? Eat more?
Yes.
Fat people are harder to kidnap. Oh my
yes.
God. What's the meaning of that? Eat more? Fat people like, Lord, they do are harder to kidnap.
So yeah.
Fat people like our cameraman.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why would you say something like that?
Macho man.
Maybe he should come. Let's see if we can bundle him.
No,
we can demonstrate.
Hey, this man, you can't carry him away like that. Are you fat? Am I fat?
Time's up.
So we'll be determining who is fat and who is not fat. My name is Stephen NT. Thanks for staying with us.
My name is Ifo Akwa Harrison. Have a good evening.
And enjoy the rest of our programs. Bye-bye.